Hi Kelly, it's Mick Finley Honda Northwest again. Just wanted to get you familiar with the new Civic. If you go ahead and put your right foot on the brake and start the car by touching the start button, if you notice it lights up when you touch the brake.
Yep.
There's no longer a hard key in here. You're going to use this key fob, either keep it in your pocket or your purse or your bag or something. And once you're in the car, this button will work, and all you do is step on the brake and touch the button and the car starts up. If you wanted to learn your car, sit in the driveway, say, and learn the features without the motor running, you'd be in the car the same way, only without touching your brake. You'd touch this button once and then twice, and then all the accessory lights would light up. Then you could play with and set the car to your liking without running your motor. As you get into the car and you're going to put the car into reverse, go ahead and touch the shifter if you would. Pull back on the shifter. These little cars have backup cameras now. This ladder frame gives you a way to back up safely. So the first line would be 9'6", 6 feet, 3 feet, 18 inches, and then the body of the car. And if you'll turn the wheel left or right, you notice that these bend. So this is like an aiming device. So say you wanted to park way over here in the distance, turn it all the way to the right. You'd use that corner right there and aim over there till you got to that point, and you'd literally pirouette into that space and go back in there. Bring it back to straight if you would. So when the hub's back like this straight, you're going straight back into the lane. White lines are parallel here going backwards, and the first time you touch the white line, that would be 9.6, then 6, then 3, then 18 in the body of the car. If you notice these icons right here, this one is your 180 view. If you'll notice in the roadway out here, see the cars going by? Imagine that there's an Odyssey van or something parked next to you. You couldn't see the roadway, but the butt of the car can see that. If you touch here, it takes you down to a 70-degree view, so you see less of it. And lastly, this view is looking down. So let's assume maybe you had a little trailer back here and you're backing up to get the trailer on here. As you come back, there's 3 feet, then 18 inches, and then the butt end of the car, and basically using that C reference as a center. Okay? So we're going to get past that in a moment here. We'll get back out of there, go to drive. As you bring it into drive, if you're pulling away from the driver, you're going to go forward. You have the choice of drive, sport, or low. Drive is your normal 7-speed CVT transmission. Sport would be dropping down to, say, 5th gear for a more sporting feel. And low would be how you'd use it to, say, crawl a sharp driveway or up a hill or maybe down a hill. Once you're in drive, just do that. Say you came to a hill stop on an intersection and you're worried about rolling backwards. New features here. If you touch that and push on that, but put your seatbelt on first because it won't work without your seatbelt. So now once you touch that, see what comes up on the dash? So now you could let off on the brake and the car won't go anywhere. So it's hill descent. It's going to hold you on a hill either up or down. Okay? Touch it again with your foot on the brake and it's off. Now if you pull up on this is the new parking brake. When you pull up on that, you feel the brake sync? Okay, this is the new parking brake. Instead of the old hand lever of yore, now we have this switch that you to pull up or push down. So to leave it up right now, we're going to stay in the car for a moment. This other button over here is the econ button. It used to be on that side of the dash over there. This button dials back the power of the motor by 7 to 10%, changes how the transmission shifts by 7 to 10%, and how the AC system works to keep you cool. So when you use the shifter as an example, did you ever shift a manual in your past?
Yep.
Okay, remember shifting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yep.
On a day to save gas, you might shift 1, 2, 3 and go right to 5, called short shifting. So that's another part of the system with the econ button. The transmission shifts a little sooner to save gas. Then the AC compressor that's here dials back a certain amount of its draw off the motor, 6 to 7%, in order to get better gas mileage. When you use it in the auto setting here like this system will automatically come on and off to maintain the temperature you want. So depending on what that would be, we can guesstimate what it is in the car by listening to the system go off. So we're roughly down in the 70s here. Here, get quiet. So it can tell you what your temperature is. So it's pretty tuned into what we're trying to do, like your house would be. If you set the temperature in your house and say your favorite temperature was 70 degrees in the house, the system would come on and off to maintain that temperature. It might even turn the heaters on. This system will do the same.